Okay, so the secondary hull had a chance to dry, and the Bussard collectors are all dried, and the everything is solid, glued into place. The decals are all set. The end caps are done on the nacelles, and basically the only thing that's going to be left is the primary hull. So let's take a look at the primary hull. And again, there's really not a lot of parts. You got the bridge that's going to go on, and that goes to the second half, the bottom half. We got the sensor dome, and we got the impulse engines. That's really it. So the primary hull has what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. So let's take a look at the primary hull. You guys remember the classic from our childhood kind of markings, the little puck marks in there. I'm not really sure why those are there. Maybe for the molding, because this is nothing to do with the actual ship or the model. These were not there. I don't know. I'm thinking we're going to fill them in. We'll probably fill them in. But we got that classic, iconic shape from AMT, and that's going to go like that, and that's basically going to complete her. So let's put the secondary hull aside, and what the first thing that you guys notice we got to do is we have to clean off all of these extra pieces of plastic. Yeah. See, this kind of all gunked up at once, so that's not a good thing because it kind of snaps off. These are really heavy pieces. See, I don't like the way they're coming off because of the bulk. Surface just like that. Like I said, there was a little bit of overspray from the bottom. See, what we're left with, a little bit of the gap has been filled in. And what we can do is later on, when it's painted and we put the halves together, if there's still any little gaps, we can fill it in, and we won't need as much. So let's do this section. See? I know it's not huge, but anything that can help block the light or fill in that gap that was there. And I think we got one more section. Yep. Yeah. You guys can see that filled in pretty nicely. All right. And we can start to think about taking care of the little holes. All right, I want to give you a little bit of an update. So what I did was I cleaned it off. It needed to dry, and then when it dried, we brought it down nice and smooth with the surface. And when we paint over it, it won't be as noticeable. It's pretty cold out. It's below freezing. It's New England in early March, so I couldn't stay out there long. So we put one coat, and hopefully this will be enough. So it's going to take like, I don't know, 3 or 4 days for this to cure. Okay, so we're about 4 days out, and it feels pretty smooth, and it's had some time to cure. And for the top part, you see we got a couple of windows to drill out, so that'll be relatively simple. So maybe we can think about, let's do the top half first, because it'll be a little bit easier. So let's put the bottom section to the side, and let's check out the drill or pin vise. So I think this one might be a little bit too large. Yeah, this one is going to be too big. Let's see, let's get them all. We got this one. Let's see. This one looks good. It might be a little bit bigger than what's there, but I want it noticed. I want it to be seen. So when we go ahead and take this one out, we can start at the back. There's a round window, and the beauty of the pin vise is I can make sure that it's right in position. If I were to use the power drill, it could move, and before you know it, the hole is already drilled. So and that's right exactly in the spot. And let's show you guys. You can see that. There. It looks pretty cool. Looks pretty cool. Alright, that looks good. Let's see. What else do we got to do? When it comes to drilling on B and C decks, I think that's it. They have, they do have that little square that's in the front. trying to do is I'm trying to make a like a small rectangular kind of shape. I'm not going to go much bigger than that because there's a light or a square shape up there. I don't know if that was meant to be the view screen, but hopefully you guys can see that. So again, I'm not going to go crazy on that. I just want it to be noticeable. There. And that way there we can get some light up into the bridge. In the molding, we've got a couple of circles that are in the plastic. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to center them. And what I'll be able to do is I'll be able to mark the spot where the beacon is going to come through. I want to make sure we're gentle so we don't damage the paint. So, right about over there. Again, we got to be careful. And like I said, if we need to, we can increase the size. So let me show you guys what my plan is. So actually, port is red, so we need a red one. And see, we can increase the size a little bit. Just a bit more. It's easier to take it off than it is to try to fill it in. All right, let's try that. Oh, that looks perfect. Tell me what you guys think. So that looks good. All right. So now we're going to do the same thing for the other side. This is the starboard side, and the starboard side's green. So just like that. So let's show you guys the lighting. I'll try to get it in place. There. What do you guys think? Looks pretty cool. All right. Now, the only thing, that's pretty much it for the drilling. So we've got the windows, we've got the bridge, and we've got the areas for the beacons. And I think what we can think about doing is maybe start to detail it. Okay, so we got the bridge, and you guys remember in the past, the model had the green. Let's do the, might as well do the sensor dome while we're at it. Oh, we'll see how it looks when it dries. Okay. Yeah, I think the gray will look a lot better gray. And don't worry, we'll clean this up when it's dry. So that'll look better. So I think I want to do now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to paint the impulse engines gray as well. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. Again, I like the gray. And once everything is dry, I'll touch up the couple areas that we'll touch up around where the impulse engine part is going to be, or the impulse crystal part on the refit. And basically that's it for the painting. We could think about doing the decals. The reason I'm not going to put the little squares at the corners is because it's not on the box, so that's why I'm not going to do it. So why don't we go ahead. All right, so we got some water. I like to use warm water, and I put just a drop of the dish soap in, and that acts as a humectant. Again, I don't know if these are on the second pilot filming model, but I like it. I like those marks, and you can't really see what's on top of the model there. So this is the most iconic part. It's iconic. All right, I think that's everything that's going to go on the top of the saucer section. So what I think I want to do now is we'll put the micro set. I love the micro set because it smells like vinegar. Give some time for that to set. In the meantime, maybe we can think about putting the bridge on. And it kind of drops into place, just like that. I'm thinking maybe I should put a little bit of a coat on the outside as well. That way there, the little holes for the pegs won't show that much. But that is glued into place. So let's take a look. How is it gonna... It'll light up, but... There. I think that looks a lot better. We might not get the lit up bridge effect that I was hoping for, but the little pegs that hold it in place are not visible anymore, so I think that's a good thing. There. I think the top of the primary hull is looking pretty good. So why don't we, I'm gonna put the lights through and show you guys and give you guys an idea of what she's gonna. What I want to do is I just want to peek the lights through with a little bit of tape just to show you what they're gonna look like. They're not gonna be permanent yet because we still gotta do the bottom half. want to push my luck with these wires because these are from, what, 92 and 93, so these are really old. But I'll give you guys an idea of what she's going to look like. Show you guys, give you an idea of what she's going to look like. Yeah, I don't want to. There. And what we can do is we can put another coat on top of the bridge area, the bridge dome, when it's dry, and when we do the final assembly. But for the most part, I just wanted to get you guys an idea of what she's going to look like. So let's put the lights back on. And you can see the looking pretty good. So again, the lighting will be a little bit better in the final assembly. We got the area in front of the dome. We've got the lights on the side, and we've got the running lights on, the beacons, and we got the top of the saucer section all set. So my friends, this was, I think this is going to be part 5 of the build. And when we move on to part 6, that's actually going to be the final assembly. So my friends, thank you so much for watching. And until my next video, I'll talk to you soon.